Nanu, hello and welcome to Cyan Labs, where I'm going to show you everything magical about the FTB Skies pack on the Bedrock Marketplace. So, yes, let's get started. Lots of you guys will be getting stuck, so I'm going to try and break this down for you. So starting off, Essence and Runes. So this is the start of everything magic. And the first thing you're going to want to do is actually collect yourself a whole bunch of essence. Now, there's a few ways to get this essence. One of the ways is putting certain blocks through the sifter. If you don't know what the sifter is, check out my cogs video. But yes, if you put soul sand through the sifter, you can get dark essence and fire essence. Dust is going to give you earth essence and air essence. Sand is going to give you water essence and light essence. And there's no way of sifting for spirit essence. It must be noted, though, that you need an iron mesh or better. So the starting mesh, string mesh, will not get you any essences. Another way of getting the essences is the loot chests from the sky villages. So make sure you go and explore them. There's loads and loads of these loot chests all over the place. And yes, you have a chance of getting that. Not as reliable as the sifting, but two of the better ways are to use the pedestals from the pedestals part of the pack. So we have a generator pedestal here, which is currently sat on a block of lapis, and that is giving us pure essence ore. And if you're wondering how the pedestals work, again, check out the pedestal video. Yes, I've got a video for every part of the pack. The other pedestal is the quarry pedestal, and as you can see here, this is set up on top of ancient debris, because that's how it works. And this will give you a selection of ores, but yes, as you can see here, we're getting essence ore and deep slate essence ore. So that is how to get your essence: sifting, looting, and pedestaling. And then what you're going to want to do with that is make yourself some runes. So right here we have got a water rune, and you can see that this is crafted with a clay block surrounded by 8 of the essence. So depending on what flavor of rune you want, depends on the essence that you need to use. And you can see in here that there is a rune for every type of essence. So make yourself a bunch of them, get a bit stockpiled. And you're probably thinking, clay blocks? How are we getting clay blocks? Now, there is a couple of quests early on that should enable you, or help you at least, to get some clay. Once you have, get yourself a brick block, get yourself a pedestal generator, and then you can farm your own clay. Okay, so we got the clay, we've got the essence, we've got the runes. What can we do with all of this stuff? And the answer to that is totems and statues. Yes, that is one of the things that we can do with all of this magical essence. So what you're going to want to do next is make yourself a porcelain totem. And you can see that to make this, we need a whole bunch more clay balls and clay blocks, as well as a spirit rune in the middle. And that's going to make you a porcelain totem. And we're going to use this porcelain totem for a whole bunch of stuff. The first thing, though, is making mob totems. And these aren't going to turn you into a cow if you die, or give you the power of a blaze if you die. That's not how these work. But you can see here that to make the cow totem, you're going to need the porcelain totem as a base, and then you're going to need an earth rune and a light rune, and that's going to give you the cow totem. And the blaze, you can see here, is the fire rune and the light rune, obviously with the porcelain totem as a base. And there's a whole bunch of totems in here that you can make, from the LA, Enderman and Frog, all the way up to the Witch and Villager. Okay. So once you've made yourself a totem, you're probably wondering, what on earth are these for? Well, you can summon mobs using these totems. And to do that, we're going to need some witchcraftery. And to get started with the witchcraft is a witch's cauldron. So to make that, you're going to need a vanilla cauldron. You're going to want another porcelain totem. And then you're going to want 6 iron ingots, like so. And that is going to make your witch's cauldron. And then what you want to do is set it up on some mycelium. Now, in here, I do have some ancient spores. So the ancient spores can be gotten by sieving dirt with an iron or better mesh. So get your sift set up. And if you're sieving for the essence already, you're going to have an iron mesh or better. So you should be able to sieve some dirt. Get some ancient spores. And then all you've got to do is click this on top of a dirt block. Make sure it's on top, not on the side. And there you go. We now have some mycelium. So let's pop that away. Let's grab ourselves a brand new cauldron and a water bucket. And what we're going to do is place the cauldron on top, fill that with water, and you should then notice, yes, there we go, look, lovely particles coming up. So this now is starting to transform into witch water. So I've already got some of these set up, as you can see. And we're going to grab ourselves some totems. So we have a chicken totem here. And what I'm going to do is come up to this witch's cauldron with the witch's water and click. And there you go. We have got a chicken. We can also do the same for a cow, a frog. He's hiding under there. Let's drop these away. In here, I've also got an LA, a villager, and an enderman. Where did the totem come from? Did I actually leave that there? Did I miss that? Yes. Anyway, you can see there, we've got an LA, we've got a villager, and an enderman. So yes, that is the main use of these mob totems. Another use for the porcelain totems for the base is to create these mob statues. So one of the things added in this map are the mob cards, which you can collect. So whenever you kill a mob, you have a chance of getting these cards. You can also get these from the loot crates in the sky villages. But if you happen to get yourself 4 swapsies, oh, I ain't said that for a long time, swapsies, who remembers being at school and trading Pokemon cards and football stickers? And when you had more than one, you'd be like, oh, let's see your swapsies, mate. And you do a bit of trading. But yes, if you manage to get yourself enough swapsies that you want to spare them, yeah, 4 of the same card around a porcelain totem will give you a mob statue. And there's a mob statue for, I believe, every mob in the game. Pretty much every mob. I'm pretty sure it's every mob. So yes, that right there is totems. So what's next? Before we do move on though, if you're finding any of this helpful, please consider hitting that like button, and if you're not already, subscribe to the channel for future videos, because I have put so much effort into this. All I'm asking for is just a little click on a little thumb. Well, next up is wands and ancient books. So yes, this magical essence isn't just used to summon mobs, but we can actually harness the power of the essence within our hands. So to get started with the magical wands, the first thing you're going to want to do is craft yourself an essence core. So of course it needs more clay, but we're also going to need 1 of each rune. So you can see here that we've got all the runes there. Okay, craft yourself the essence core, and that is then going to allow you to make the infusing table. Oh yes, so you're going to want some quartz slabs and blocks. We're going to want some blackstone and a little bit of red carpet and red wool. And that will allow you to make the infusing table, which is a custom crafting table. Yes, there's certain things that you can craft in here that you cannot craft in the normal crafting bench. So the thing that you're going to want to craft in there, or the first thing, is the basic wand. And to craft this, you're just going to need a stick, a copper ingot, and a spirit rune. And this basic wand by itself doesn't do a thing. I've got it in my hand, I'm clicking it, I'm swinging it. It doesn't do a thing, okay? But that is going to change, because what we can do is infuse our basic wand with the essence of all of these different runes. So it's not every single rune, but you can see here that we do have air, dark, earth, fire, and water. And we can then create ourselves the air wand, the dark wand, and so on and so forth. Now, what do they do? So I've done a little bit of playing around, a little bit of experimenting in the lab here. And the air wand does in fact break blocks. Okay, so we've got this in our hand, and I'm going to right click, and it says, you need more air runes. Yes, so to power your air wand, or any of the ones, you're going to need the corresponding rune in your inventory. So you can see there, I've got 16 runes, and I'm going to right click, and it's sort of charged it up ready. You can see it's a charged air wand, and now when I fire it, it breaks blocks, and it's also taken one of my air runes. So it can be a little bit expensive if it's sort of early on and you haven't got yourself a way of farming essence. essence and clay, basically. But as you saw earlier on in the video, yeah, get those pedestals set up, and then you've got infinite runes. But going to come in super handy for some of those more difficult blocks, like maybe obsidian. Okay, let's pop all of that away and move on to the dark wand. So the dark wand gives the wither effect. So if you throw this, don't throw this. If you shoot it at a mob, so let me summon a skeleton quickly, and you can see here, there we go, we hit it, and it has in fact got the wither effect, and you can see that it's taken wither damage from that as well. Let's hit it a few more times, and that'll deal with that. Excellent stuff. Okay, the other thing it can do is it can also I'm trying to think of a fancy word here, but it can change netherrack into nether brick. So if I pop down this netherrack and we shoot this, there you go, you can see that it did turn into nether brick. Okay, so that right there is the dark wand. It gives the wither effect, and it will change netherrack into nether bricks. The earth wand does a similar thing. Other than changing blocks, it doesn't do much else. It literally just changes blocks, but it will change netherrack into red sand, and it will change basalt into stone. So let's grab all of these, and I will show you that. Pop that down there and there. We charge the wand, we shoot the wand, and look at that, it done both blocks at once. So yes, the netherrack turned into red sand, the basalt into stone. You might be able to find a use for that. I don't know. Give it a go, see what you think. There might even also be some other conversions. So if you guys are playing and you've found different block conversions that this wand can do, or any of the wands, make sure to leave a comment down below. And yeah, give us all the info. So next up is the fire wand, and as you can see here, it does set fire. So any mob that gets hit by this, let's summon a chicken this time, because we can then get some cooked chicken. So charge it, fire it. Oh, don't come too close, don't set me on fire. And oh yes, look at that, some lovely cooked chicken. Mmm, delicious. Right, careful, let's not set the lab on fire. But yes, again, just like some of the other ones, we can do some block conversions. So red sand is going to turn into red stained glass, normal sand into normal glass. We've got black stone, which will smelt into polished black stone, and netherrack is now going to turn into crimson nylium, or nylium, however you want to say it, that gross red stuff from the nether. So yes, this is a super handy way of getting yourself some more crimson nylium. Let's pop all that away. And let's move on to the last wand, which is the water wand. Okay, very similar thing here. Okay, we're going to be able to convert certain blocks. And if we have a look, black stone is going to be able to turn into mud. Netherrack this time is going to turn into the warped nylium. Basalt into clay. And lava into crying obsidian. And the lava, in case you're wondering how that works, if you have a lava source block like so, charge your wand, shoot your wand, and yes, there you go. It instantly turns into crying obsidian. So that is that for the wands. The other thing that we can do now that we've got this fancy crafting table is ancient books. Okay, and you can see in here that we've got a whole bunch of different ancient books with really OP enchantments like sharpness 7 or looting 5. I mean, even mending. All right, it's only level 1. You only get level 1, but mending is still a pretty good enchantment to have. And to make this, all we're going to need is a book, a little bit of essence, and a couple of runes. Now, the runes and essence are going to depend on what ancient book you're crafting. Okay. What you can also do with some of these books, you can actually level them up again. So creating another essence core and then surrounding that with 4 of the same ancient books will allow you to level these up. So here you can see that we've now got looting 7. It was looting 5 before. And a lot of these are the same. Fortune, I believe, was Fortune 5. It's now Fortune 7. So definitely worth doing. Okay. Now, once you have got yourself a book, so let's grab this lovely Fortune 7 book. You're probably wondering, how do you get the enchantment from the book onto whatever tool or weapon it is that you want it on? So what we need to do is actually turn it into an enchanted book. So you can see here, use on a lapis block to re-enchant this powerful ancient book. So I've got a block of lapis here, as you can see, and I've made a note. You do need to click it on top. So what I'm going to do is grab another book here and just show you. If you click on the side, okay, nothing's happening. Have they fixed it? I think they might have fixed it. Okay, but yes, nothing happens on the side. If you click on top, yes, you can see there that it has in fact changed the lapis block into a block of dust, and we now have an actual enchanted book with Fortune 7 on. And I'm just going to very quickly change my game mode over and try this again on the side. Okay, so yeah, they have fixed it, luckily. But yeah, let's click that on top. Oh, no, I can't. What a donut. What a donut. It's dust. It's not lapis. There we go. So yeah, click it on the side, and you can see there that I lost the book. Okay, so make sure you're clicking it on the top. And boom. We now have the looting book. And yes, that is it. The magic part of FTB Skies. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button on the way out. And until the next one, take care, stay cool, bye bye.